You talked a bit ago about intimacy and talking about it in this song and the whole album Get Closer in the concept. I've seen a couple interviews you've done, and you're talking about that a little bit, almost as part of being able to do it. And I now have to talk about it. Is that
it's a conundrum. It's a conundrum for me because the place in which I'm comfortable talking about is really in the context of writing a song or making an album like Get Closer. Yeah. So to then elaborate further seems starts to get a little awkward because, you know.
But that's the odd thing about songwriters and people who make music is when you do that, then people start to ask you about the songs, and then you almost put yourself in a position that forces you to talk about it if you want to talk about the song, or you just don't talk about the song.
Yeah, well, or you have people go and have a listen to the record and then
go listen
take from it what they will.
Yeah,
but
really.
It's a funny thing because it is. I mean, and as we start this whole new year, it's really we got to all look at how honest we've been with ourselves about the things we want to do in this life, even, you know, because time's flying by, and are we where we want to be in everything, not just in our work and in our profession and our sort of material successes, but in our relationships? Am I where I want to be in my relationship today? And, you know, I better start asking myself those honest questions because there's only so much time.
But why do you think that's so hard? And not just, that's not a personal question for you in particular, but just for human beings. Why is that such a hard thing?
Because it's frightening, I think. I think It involves a lot of digging up things that we don't want to deal with. Certainly that's been my experience. I can't speak for anybody else, but there's just a lot of skeletons and issues and things that I don't want to dredge up again, because in some ways I actually think I've dealt with them and they're done, and if I bring them up again, is that really doing anything? But the reality is I haven't actually dealt with them. They've just kind of scarred over, and I've got tremendous amounts of scars that are keeping me from a better life, really.